Hello students, welcome back. So we were discussing about the order of the reaction and what's the difference between the rate law and the rate of reaction, rate law expression and the rate of reaction. So let's see, start with the rate law. We have seen for the general reaction R is equal to K raised to the power A, let's say alpha. Okay, so where we know that alpha is equal to order of reaction. This we have seen, and if we consider this reaction, let's say A plus B, it gives you C. And rate is what? K, A raised to the power alpha and B raised to the power beta, where alpha plus beta together they are order of reaction that we have seen in the previous video, that alpha is with respect to A, beta is with respect to B. So depending on this order of reaction, it is of different types. So let's see, and with the different examples also, and this also we have seen that it is an experimental quantity. So order of reaction, it is of different types. Zero order, first order, second order, third order. So up to here it is possible. Otherwise practical, theoretical it is possible, practical it is not possible. So in zero order means that rate is independent of concentration of reactant, and first order rate is dependent. In all these, rate is dependent on the concentration of reactant species. This is the meaning of this. Zero order means independent of the concentration of the reactant. First order, second order, third order means it is dependent on the concentration of the reactant species. And this order of reaction is determined experimentally. While looking at the reaction, you can't tell. You have to learn. This is the determined experimentally. It's an experimental quantity. Okay. So let's see the different examples of this. What are different examples of zero order? Examples are very, very important. Direct it will come in exam. Write down the, give an example of first order, give an example of zero order, like that. So let's see. Then we'll see the units of rate constant for the different orders of reaction. So first is zero order reaction. Fine. Examples we have. So topic is examples. So first is, let's say, hydrogen is reacting with chlorine, gives you hydrogen chloride in the presence of light. Okay, this is known as photosynthesis. The synthesis of HCl in the presence of light. Photosynthesis of HCl. If you want to write the rate, so rate is found to be here H2 Cl2. Okay, 0, 0. It means rate is equal to K only. So here rate is independent of the concentration of the species. It do not depend. So you can say order is 0. Order of reaction is 0. So this is the meaning of this. In the next example you can say decomposition of ammonia in the presence of either molybdenum or tungsten as a catalyst. You get nitrogen and hydrogen. Balance it. So this is also zero order. NH3 0. You will be like wondering that why, if ammonia is there, it is reacting also, but then also concentration, the rate of reaction do not depend upon the ammonia. Because what is happening, these are the gases and the reaction is taking place on the surface of the catalyst. Okay, so that is almost, you can say, negligible as it is taking place on the surface of the catalyst. So experimentally their order is found to be 0. So this is also zero order reaction. So many other examples are also there. So you can see that basically the catalyzed reaction, okay, are or of zero order, okay, in general. Let's see the next one, first order. First order reaction. Here generally decomposition reactions will come. For example, let's say decomposition of N2O5 gives you NO2 plus O2. So here the reaction is found to be of first order. Okay. Then next example, say decomposition of hydrogen peroxide H2O plus half O2. Here the rate is H2O2 first. And third is SO2Cl2 gives you SO2 plus Cl2. This is sulfuryl chloride. Okay, so rate is K. So it depends upon the concentration of the one of the reactant species. That's why it is of first order. First order means depends upon the concentration of one species. Now let's see the other examples are also there, like one more is there, and so many are there. Decomposition of ammonium nitrite gives you on heating nitrogen plus 2H2O. Rate is K N2 NH4 NO2. So these are the examples of first order reaction. Let's see the second order. Units of K will be different, that will discuss. Units of K. So third is second order reaction. In this saponification will come, that hydrolysis of ester. An example of second order, that ester is this C2H5 will react with NaOH, gives you what? It will break from here CH3CO Na plus C2H5OH. Okay. So here rate is found to be dependent on both the species ester as well as NaOH. So the order is 2 with respect to alpha is say 1 with respect to this, beta is also 1 with respect to this. So overall order, how you will write overall order? Alpha plus beta, that is 1 plus 1, that is 2. So that's why order is 2. This is individual orders, that is overall order. So it means in second order reaction rate is dependent on both the reactant terms, both the concentration terms. Let's see the next one. Reaction between NO and O2, nitric oxide and oxygen. Nitric oxide and oxygen gives you NO2 plus O2. So rate is here K NO O2. So here order is 2. Fine, again 1 1 with respect to. So these are the examples. Now let's see the examples of third order reaction. And so on, so many examples are there. You just find it out. All these are the experimental determined orders. Fourth is third order reaction. So in third order reaction, what will come? That nitric oxide is react with bromine, gives you nitrosyl bromide. NOBr, it's not balanced. So rate is NO and Br2. So with respect to this one, so you can say alpha is 2, beta is 1, so overall order is 2 plus 1, that is 3. So this is the order of reaction. Similarly, nitric oxide can also react with oxygen and gives you nitrogen dioxide. Again, rate is NO with respect to this is 2 and this is 1. So here again it is order is 3. So these are the examples of third order reaction. Now order is not always a whole number. Order can be in fraction also. So let's see the fractional order reactions. Fifth one is fractional order reaction. For example, formation of hydrogen bromide HBr. Okay, so rate is here K with respect to H2, with respect to bromine is 1/2 and with respect to H2 is 1 only. So what is alpha here? 1. Beta is 1/2. So what is the overall order? Alpha plus beta is equal to 1 plus 1/2, that is 1/2. Total is 3/2 is the overall order. Fine. So this is the first example. Second, we can say formation of phosgene gas COCl2. Rate is K. CO with respect to Cl2. Okay, so this is with respect to CO, it is order is 2. With respect to this is half. So alpha is 2, beta is half. So what is the overall order? 2 plus half, that is 2.5. Is the order of 5/2. Then dissociation of COCl2 is also an example of fractional order. We have seen its formation is also fractional. Dissociation is also fractional. So let's see. COCl2 gives you CO plus Cl2. Order with respect to carbonyl chloride, it's 3/2. Okay, so what is the overall order? Is 1/2. That is 3/2 only. So these are the certain examples. One more is there. Acetaldehyde gives you CH4 plus CO. Here the rate is dependent on the acetaldehyde and it's of fractional order, half order. So order is half. Half or 1.5. Sorry, it's 1.5, not half. It's 1.5. Overall order is 1.5. So these are the certain examples that we have seen of first order, 0, second, third and fractional orders. Fine, so you just learn two examples from each because direct question will come in exam. They give the example of this order and that order. So you should know the examples in that case. Now let's see the units of rate constant. How it depends upon the order of reaction. Units of, very important. Direct question will come again. Rate constant. Unit of rate constant for different orders. Orders of reaction. Fine. So let's see the general. We'll derive the expression. We have derived in the previous video also, but let's see here again. That rate is dx by, say if it is rate dx by dt is equal to K, then concentration of A. Okay, and we can, the reaction is this, A to B. So this was only we are writing in this term also, that rate is equal to K when concentration term. And say here N. N represents, where N is the order of reaction. So let's see how to derive. So for deriving, we have to use this expression. Dx by dt is what? This is a concentration divided by time. Okay, is equal to K. This is also one of the concentration term divided then N. Find concentration. So what is K from here? Concentration divided by time, and this will also come here, concentration raised to the power N. So when you will solve this, what you will get? 1 upon time, 1 upon concentration in bracket N minus 1. So this is the expression. Now this is a general expression where we can substitute the value of N and we will get the values for the different orders of the reaction. So let's see. This is a general expression. K is equal to 1 upon time, 1 upon concentration N minus 1. So this is the general. Now let's see. If N is equal to 0, substitute the values. Let's see what you will get. That K is equal to 1 upon my time, 1 upon concentration, 1 minus 1. Sorry, 0 minus 1. So what will be left? 1 upon time, then concentration minus 1. If we concentration will substitute moles per second, and time is, say, moles per liter, time is say minute or second also we can take, it depends. So what are the units for the zero order reaction now? That moles per liter, when it will come in the numerator, it will come moles per liter, then time is per minute only, moles per liter per minute. So these are the units for the zero order reaction. And same are the units for the rate of reaction, as we have seen, moles per liter per second. So this is for the zero order reaction as well, rate of reaction. So this question will be asked that which order of reaction is having the same units as that of the rate of the reaction. So that is the zero order reaction is having the same units as that of the rate of reaction. Now let's substitute the next values. N is equal to 1 in the same expression, you will get it. So no need to mark up the units, you just remember this expression and you can easily calculate on your own. So let's say if N is 1, substitute K is equal to, I am now directly substituting minutes, then concentration is moles per liter, 1 minus 1, that is 0, so K is equal to what? 1 upon minute. If this will become 0, moles per liter, this is 0, so this will become 1, so K is equal to only per minute. So these are the units for first order reaction, per minute or per second. So it means it is independent of the concentration unit, first order reaction, per minute. Fine. Now let's see for the next one, second. Second order. If N is equal to 2, so K is equal to minutes, moles per liter, then 2 minus 1. So K is equal to 1 upon minute, 1 upon moles per liter, 2 minus 1 is 1. So what are the units? When it will become when it comes the numerators, it will come per mole liter minute inverse, or you can write in this way, liter per mole inverse per minute. Per minute will be same in all the cases because time is in the denominator. So this is for second order. Only the concentration part will change. So these are the units for second order, that liter per mole per minute. Next is, last one is third order reaction. N is equal to 3. So K is equal to what? 1 minute, moles per liter, 3 minus 1. So K is equal to 1 upon minute, moles per liter, this will be 2, and when will come in denominator, numerator, it will become per mole whole square, liter square per minute. So if we write in the order liter square per mole per minute. So these are the units for third order reaction. And unit for the fractional order reaction, you will get it over there only, whatever the order will be there, accordingly you can write. Let's take one example so that you can understand what are the units for the fractional order. It will be different in that case. Say if n is, I am taking half, so k is equal to 1 upon minute moles per liter 1 by 2 minus 1, so k is equal to 1 upon minute 2 minus 1, it is come 1 moles per liter. When you will solve, it will get minus 1 by 2. So k is equal to what here? Moles, half, liter minus half, then per minute. So this is the unit for fractional order, that is half order reaction. Fine. Now this, we are talking about the reactions which are taking place in case of liquid solution and all. For example, if the reactants are gaseous, then what are the units? Accordingly you will be taking, so units will get changed. In case of gaseous reactions, concentration will be expressed as atmosphere now. So what are the units will be? You can say dx by dt is equal to k, concentration by n. So you can say that k is equal to what? 1 upon my time, 1 upon my atmosphere, n minus 1. So from here you will get the units in the atmosphere. Like for zero order, k is equal to atmosphere per minute. Then first order, k is equal to what? Only per minute, as it is independent. Second order, per atmosphere per minute. Third order, atmosphere per atmosphere square per minute. So in this way. And what kind of questions you will get from here? You will get, like for example, they have given you the rate constant of particular reaction is this. Identify the order. From the units you have to identify the order of the reaction. From the units you will come to know the orders of the reaction. So this is about the order of reaction. In next class we will start with the next part, that is the molecularity of the reaction. And the rate constant and the rate is different. Fine. So till then, thank you. I hope it's clear to everyone. Fine. So we'll start with the molecularity concept the next time. Okay. Till then, thank you and have a nice day.